Hi, Ron.
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Evening. Evening. This is going to be a crazy
Evening,
show.
cowboys and cowgirls. You know, Ron, I find myself wearing cowboy boots even to the grocery store now.
Why?
Because I'm a changed man.
Changed to what?
Texan.
I don't even wear cowboy boots to the store, and I've lived here all my life.
Don't worry about it.
You wear your cowboy hat, too?
No.
Your assless chaps?
I got those.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
This is a matter of fact, I'm kind of disappointed that I did not bring them tonight for tonight's show.
There is nothing that surprises
I'm
me
coming over
about
here.
that. No, you're not.
I am. I swear to God, I just got to call Misty and tell her to put Katie in the room.
Do not come over here with assless chaps on.
Why? Bonnie, would you be offended? Thank you. Now what?
No, she said no.
Oh, I got to share.
Yeah, share, and start your videos.
Oh, yeah, that's right. See, I was getting yelled at. All right. Boom. That one's going there. What up, brother Chet? What's going on, my brother? Okie doke. Here we go. Let me get this one fired off here. There we go.
Share.
All right, that's me. All right. Miss Mary's brother Scott Livingston, how you doing?
He said, get a hat, Rocky.
Dixie Rogers, I got one. It just has to be clean. Has a lot of new and sweat on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's a real worked.
That's
cowboy
a worked
hat.
cowboy hat. Yeah, it is.
I mean, I still put it on and I get chills. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, gotta have that.
I was looking out for a brother. All right, here we go. Are you lined up with your arrow?
I am.
All right. Ron puts arrows on the table now just so I can
we know
remind
when
myself
we're
where I
in
need
the-
the seat.
Yeah, just so we know we're in the
I think
in
it's
the
cool.
frame.
I'm digging it. I am digging it.
my heroes.
All right, here we go. Let me share this to a group first. All right, Friday Night Madness, kids. Friday. How much time we got, right?
1 minute.
Get better at it. All right. Boom. Share. Write a post. Friday night. Let's go. All right. Good. Bam.
Good.
Sean Bourne, what's going on? Ms. Dixie, how you doing? Hey, Livingston, what is this AR005 stuff that I see all the, what is that? Arrows. AR005.
I have no idea.
AR005. Livingston, call me, bro. Tell me what that is.
Call me, dude.
Call me, dude. Teresa, you didn't go to jail, thank God. Teresa got in a scrapper today, folks. She wasn't playing no games.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Such a destructive way.
What? China surrendered, G.I. Joe! No more drop a cat cooler! No coolers were harmed in the making of this ad, but the island is a total loss. Cat Coolers does not recommend dropping coolers from planes, but the video is really cool, and it's still illegal to smuggle a cat into New Mexico.
Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
What you doing?
No, what are you doing?
No, what you doing?
Dude, I got visions. I'm a man of visions. And I see things.
What are you seeing?
I see.
I envision what tonight's show is gonna, how tonight's show's gonna go. I'm envisioning it right now, and it scares the hell out of me.
It should scare you, but I do have one thing to say. Christmas is right around the corner. What's up?
Yeah, it is. Christmas is right around the corner. And guess what?
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this broadcast is brought to you by
Romika Designs.
Oh, no, you didn't, dude.
Yeah,
let's do that again. Let's do it again.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this broadcast is brought to you by
Romika Designs.
Yes.
We are here. we do. Does that make you feel good? All right. Laser engraving, cutting, custom creations. You can find us at romikadesigns.com. We are in the process of putting up some Christmas in July, some additional Christmas in July ornaments. And we got like 12 hours or 10 or 8 hours to do it. No. So it'll be No, there's one more day left. Right. We can get that done maybe. But anyhow, we're going to put up some more ornaments. You guys can need to go out there and find some stuff for Christmas. You need to get your Christmas gifts now. We have a lot of Christmas gifts available. So if you go out there and shop now, you can do it. We are at romikadesigns.com, or you can find us on all the socials at Romika Designs.
Everywhere. And you know the problem with me and Christmas and buying early presents is that
you lose them.
No, I
lose
I
them.
let people open them in October. Because they do something really nice for me, and I feel all like.
Ask my wife, dude. If I buy a Christmas present, she's like, "Is this for Christmas?" Yeah, it is.
What
Well, you gonna tell me what it is? Give me a hint. Damn it!
Here you go. Just open it. I'll get something else.
That's what I end up doing. Is just.
Is that 5 minutes later? Hey, baby, can I borrow $150 to go buy another present?
Here, I'll just let me look at it, and then you can wrap it back up and put it under the tree for me for Christmas.
Did you ever, as a kid,
Let me look at it.
bust in and go kind of sneak what you were getting for Christmas?
Like from Santa Claus?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. I did once. I have to admit. Yeah.
Dixie!
I got up before everybody else.
What?
Snuck in there and saw what it was, and then went back to bed.
Because you were disappointed?
No.
You're still happy?
Yeah, I was still.
So, really quick before we get into this riveting conversation tonight, because it is going to be riveting. I always somehow find myself getting into these situations, right? I went to the dentist today, right?
Oh.
I got to go have my face worked on. See that? I got to have all that worked on right there, all of it. And I'm not good with it. I think everybody knows that.
He wants to be able to smile and laugh
at the same time.
Yes.
Because that's what people do. When they smile, they're usually laughing.
Correct.
And I want to do both at the same time.
Correct.
So I got to have some work done. You guys remember a couple years ago I had to have a tooth pulled, and it's like they literally had to bring me to the dentist in an ambulance and sedate me before we went into the building? Yeah, that was me.
Were you scared? Of what?
Of dying.
At the dentist office?
Yeah.
From what?
Of
a needle that long?
Dude, they stick like jackhammers in your mouth.
Did they deaden you today when they were in there?
No.
Working on it? They didn't give you
have you ever had a big ass grown man ram his fingers down in your mouth and you not gag?
Awkward pause.
Very awkward pause. So I'm in there, and I'm cracking jokes. I'm doing my thing, right? And I'm thinking I'm being funny, and people were laughing. And, of course, it was no different than that one time I was super constipated and I had to go to the hospital because of constipation, and a nurse had to help me with that. And she just happened to be fresh out of college, right? I was super embarrassed. I was humiliated. I'm still thinking about it and talking about it. Don't worry about it. So
what did she have to do?
She had to stick the thing in my butt.
Her finger?
No, she had to stick a bottle of like liquid in my butthole. And honest to God, I'm not even lying. I made her, Ron Phillips, don't laugh at me. I'm going to counseling for this still.
Was it like one of those little cocktail mixers you stick?
No, it looks like, what the things that rabbits and gerbils drink out of?
Oh, yeah.
That's what it looked like, right?
Yeah. She had to stick that in your anus.
I thought it was going to be like the 80-year-old doctor that was going to do it. He goes, I'll be right back. I'm like, cool, bro. And all of a sudden, here comes this girl, like 23, 24. She's like, hey, I got to stick this in your butt.
She drew the short straw.
She drew, yep. And you got to understand something. It was a tough time of my life. What?
No, she drew the short straw.
Phillips.
Stop touching me, dude.
This is real.
Okay.
All right. So I was dude, I'm telling you, I don't even know where to go with this. She came in, and this was a tough time of my life, right? And I probably maybe didn't take a shower that day. So I wasn't prepared for the relationship that I was going to have at the hospital with this girl.
You went to the... Okay.
It was an emergency room, dude. I was dying.
Oh, yeah, okay. Because you couldn't poop.
Because I couldn't poop. That's why. All right. I was literally packed. And so, dude, I made this young lady turn the lights down.
No, you didn't.
And I laid on my side. Dude, I did. And then I laid on my side, and I just picked the blanket up just enough for her to be able to get that. But I didn't want to fully expose myself. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, thank you.
She drew the short straw. I think that's hilarious. Then she didn't put her fingers in your throat.
Not my throat.
Okay, it was a different doctor, right? The one you, okay.
That was today.
Oh, that was today.
Yes.
I see. Okay. So the guy sticks his fingers in your mouth.
How do you say Hulin?
Hulin?
Is it Hulin?
No,
Is
it's
it
Hulin.
Hulin, right?
Yeah.
Healing Dentistry. I'm going to
Hewlin
tell you
Dental.
something. Hats off to you, man. Okay, first off,
He
was
made you comfortable. He
military
didn't scare
medic.
you, right?
He didn't scare me.
Okay, I got you.
Really cool guy. But of course, his young assistant comes in and she has to do all this stuff with my mouth. I felt really uncomfortable about that. And so I'm being the meatball, doing meatball stuff. I'm talking smack. I'm talking a big game and, making everybody laugh. And then you saw that selfie I posted today, right?
Yep.
Okay, so I posted a selfie, but I took like 45 pictures before I found the one that I liked. And I zoomed in on one and I realized that I had a big old long hair hanging out of my nose during the whole time. I'm thinking I'm looking good. I'm thinking I'm not gagging. I'm looking like a man for once in the dentist.
I can promise you that right now, everybody is out there going, where in the hell is that picture?
Dude, I had a big
And
old
they're going to
curly.
go, zoom in.
Oh, and then she was coming right in. So you know what I did? I just pushed it back up. I said one of these. I said, what's up?
Oh, my God.
True story. True story. I bring it.
Your life is so damn exciting, dude. I don't even know how to compete with that. I sat at this desk all day.
But I didn't gag at the dentist.
All right.
Thank you very
Wait
much.
a minute.
I'm a little sweaty. And
No, did you touch? Is that the one you just shoved in your nose?
It is.
Oh, my God. Stop touching me, dude.
What's wrong with you? Dude,
Oh
we're
my
brothers.
God.
We're supposed to be able to do that.
Don't touch me after
Dude,
you pick your nose.
You let me use your bidet.
I
That's
did
like
let you use my bidet.
relationship
It was
level
clean.
stuff, man.
It is. It was clean. It's like a summer breeze.
You had
folks.
Misty clean it. That's why.
Misty cleaned it.
I know she did. You didn't do it.
You know, you never did your live bidet.
It's coming.
Okay. Another awkward pause. Sorry. Okay. All right. What are we talking about tonight?
All right.
Oh.
So I got a question for you, Mr. Phil. I got a question for all of you that are watching the program, that are listening on Spreaker, that are listening on iHeart, Mojo, Odyssey, OpsLens. Serious question.
All right. Hit me.
Total serious question. Let's say you had a really rough day. And, Misty was out of town. There, maybe at a concert or something.
Okay.
Nobody was here. You're just here all by yourself. And,
Okay.
a little emotionally detached and you need a hug really bad, right?
Okay.
But nobody was here to do it. Katie, don't just. All right. And all of a sudden you're like, okay, I'm tired. I got to go to bed. I got to think about more UFO stuff to talk about tomorrow with the meatball. And you're laying there and all of a sudden, even though there's not a physical person there, all of a sudden, plug your ears, Katie, all of a sudden you feel fingers just walking up your thigh, right? And starts
You
playing.
can stop right there because I'm out. I am so out. I'll be standing in the front yard when they get home 2 days from now from their trip.
Another example.
Okay.
You're sleeping. You're sleeping and you wake up. Nobody's home. Misty's still at the concert with Katie. Nobody's home yet. And someone's going full throttle on you, but nothing is there. Would you stop it? You can't see it. There ain't nothing there. Would you stop the act? Would you freak out? Or would you just wait a few seconds to confirm that's what you're feeling? Evaluate
That's
if
a
it's
crazy
a bad
question
thing.
because what if it's I mean, your first thought's not, hey, something's gnawing on me.
Oh, sure it is.
No, it's not.
I'll be like, hello. Hey, hello.
No, that's not my first thought. My first thought is, hey, what is going on?
What the hell is that?
What? Okay. No, I mean,
Now
I don't know. It would freak me out a little bit. But you got to. Here's the thing, though.
and you
Would
saw it moving.
Okay, now that's different. That's not what you said.
No, it is kind of what I said.
No, it's not.
Dude, for real, technically it was.
I
If
think you
someone's
said
working it, that's going to make it move and dance. Like the old raisin commercial. Remember that? The Sundance raisins or whatever they're called. And the reason I want to ask you this, Mr.
we have a
Phillips,
studio audience, and it is just killing me right
dude,
now.
I warned all of, did I
Yes,
not say?
You did. He warned the studio audience.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
There are people on this planet
Yeah.
that marry and have relationships and
Yep.
intercourse
Yep.
with beings. Now, folks, I bring it in funny because I think it's a hilarious topic. I could literally talk this immature for the next 5 hours about this subject. But on a very serious note, sex with ghosts is a very real thing. Misty, what would you do?
She doesn't know how to answer that. Plus,
No, she don't want to answer because you're here.
that's probably the correct answer. That's no. I'm serious.
Whoa.
That's
Whoa,
probably,
wrong direction to laugh.
that's probably the correct answer. So how does ghost sex work, Rocky?
Well, I don't really have an answer to that. I would just say that, okay.
It says most people experience it as a dream. Do you agree with that statement?
I can
Yeah,
agree with that.
because it says, or as they're falling into or out of sleep. Scientists estimate it's because our brains are especially susceptible to hallucinations.
But there's a whole another world besides that, though.
There's absolutely another.
You
one.
had that lady that married Blackbeard's ghost. Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
Yeah, she married. I mean, it was. She got divorced a year later. It was a bad relationship, but she married, and she literally. So she wasn't sleeping. She wasn't in the in between state. She just straight up says, "Come on, Blackbeard." What? So she manifested it, awake in conscience, and she said it was very pleasurable.
So I would think if you're having sex with anything,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be pleasurable. Note that I said supposed to be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
But there is such thing as ghost rape. So that's not even a discussion we need to go into tonight.
Jesus,
but
that
there
was
are
a
people
mood killer.
There are people who have claimed that they've been raped by spirits.
Okay. Now, actually, that is real, but that's where we get more down when we start talking about the succubus incubus thing.
Correct.
You know, the more
Now,
the darker.
Define those terms for us.
Okay, so the best way to remember it, you know how I remember horizontal and vertical? Horizontal, flat, back. You know what I'm saying? That's how I remember those two.
Really, dude?
That's how I honestly
Why
got
does everything have to relate to?
Because that's how I remember it.
That's your brain?
That's
the way
my
it works?
brain.
So let me guess.
So,
Succubus is how you remember that's a female demon.
bam.
Okay, I get you.
You'll never forget it.
No, I won't.
Never
Now that I know that.
forget it. But now, on a serious note, that is a real life major issue for some people, because I can tell you a story of a lady who believed an incubus was attacking her every time she went to bed, and I investigated her house, and I got EVPs, and it was crazy.
Really? But were you able to clear it?
She was able to clear it through some mind manipulation.
Okay.
Because there's the psychology part.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because whatever was in her house was malevolent. I knew it was there the second I got out of my car. I walk into her house, packed full of biblical artifacts. She looks at me, Rocky, why is none of this stuff happening? Protecting me? Because it's material. It's your belief in that is what's going to protect you.
Yeah.
If you mentally believe in the true word of God that much, then it will protect you. But so that was telling me that she doubted biblical scripture because
that makes sense.
It was packed, rosaries, Bibles, holy water, everywhere.
Yeah.
Didn't help her because she didn't feel confident in that belief. So we had to go down a different road because I'm a professional.
But she did resolve the issue, right?
We did.
Okay.
It took me multiple times.
All right.
But we did. She's fine.
So it says the counterpart of the succubus is the incubus. The incubus is a demon that is said to take on a male human form.
Yeah.
The incubus, much like the succubus, is said to seduce women into sex with the objective of impregnating the woman with its semen.
Oh, hold on.
But what does that mean?
Hold on. We got Jeff Stewart in the house.
Jeff, hit us.
All right. Jeff says, hell no, bro.
Hit us.
He says hallucinations or ghost sex or whatever. He said, if I wake up and Captain Winky is getting ran through the pond without anyone but me there, I'm leaving the premises.
Thank you, Jeff. That's where I'm talking about. I'm standing in the front yard breathing heavy at that point because I'm not staying in this house.
Captain Winky. Jeff.
Dude, everybody's got a name.
Okay, so now when I go Bigfoot hunting with Jeff, I'm going to be thinking, I'm not going to be thinking Hulk no more. Dude. I'm going to be thinking, Captain Winky.
Captain Winky. We are hunting with Captain Winky today.
Do you got a name?
Do you?
Yeah, Big Tony.
Big Tony.
Yeah, I'm in denial, so I just throw big in there.
I just go Fred.
Fred? You son of a bitch. Fred? Fred? Misty, we got problems. Houston, we got a problem.
Big Tony.
Fred? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Abnormal Realities. You have Ron Phillips, Rocky Stucci, Big Tony, and Fred in the house.
Oh my God.
What?
The show has taken a big, crazy ass turn. Captain Winky. That's so funny. Okay. All right.
Hey, Rocky, who you going Bigfoot hunting with? Captain Winky.
And Fred.
And Fred.
Yep.
And Big Tony.
Big Tony. Big Tony.
But you got to say Big Tony with the Big Tony. You know what I mean?
Did you know that Kesha, you know who Kesha is, right?
No.
The singer?
No.
Kesha made headlines in 2012 for claiming she too had been boned by a spirit.
Oh, now we're saying bone.
Yeah. It's about experiences with the supernatural, but in a sexy way, she said.
We have like a breakdown in detail.
Yeah. No, we don't.
I wonder.
No.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say something.
Okay.
I wonder if there's a such thing as like, Katie, plug your ears, please. Ghost porn.
Ghost porn?
Yeah, I'm going to Google it. I'm going to Google it right now.
Don't do that right now.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I don't care. Ready? Well, I'm spelling it wrong. I'm clicking it.
Ghost.
I'm clicking it.
I'm going to turn
I'm
this off.
clicking it. Oh, that ain't ghosts. Son of a. That wasn't ghost. I saw them. They're people. Dude, something was spilling.
That looked like a dude walked into a room and went, "Hi, I'm a ghost."
Hey.
Let me do you. Okay, no.
What was that? I gotta clear my browser. I gotta clear
my browser history.
What in the holy hell
Kesha said,
is
"I had a
this?
couple of experiences with the supernatural. I don't know his name. He was a ghost. I'm very open to it." Oh my God.
But now who's Kesha though? I don't know. I can't put it up.
She's an artist, a singer.
Would somebody I would listen to?
Probably not. I don't
Sounds
know.
good.
I mean, her music's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
I heard your motorcycle riding music.
No.
Ron. All right, so-
Let's please not. Go
Yeah.
there.
Okay. I thought we are gonna be listening to some hardcore stuff when you put that in. We're driving back from South Carolina. Ron's like, "Here's my playlist for when I go on the bike." Thinking like Metallica, some Guns N' Roses. Oh no, nope.
Heavy D and the Boys. That's what I'm talking about right there. Heavy D and the Boys. That's right. Heavy D and the Boys, and probably a little, I don't know, Mark Ronson.
Jeff said, "My ex-wife claimed there wasn't anyone there, but the ghost left his briefs on the floor." Know what I mean?
Oh, she said that, did she? How did that work out for you?
Yeah, I know what's up. I know what's up.
Wonder how many people have tried that. Probably, I don't know. We don't know. We'll never know because they end up dying shortly after they say those
question
words.
is, how many people believed it? You know what I'm saying, bro?
I guess you're right.
No, for real though. I mean, fun to talk about, right? In fact, I don't even want to stop talking about it, but it's real. People really do it. There's people that have relationships with ghosts.
Yeah.
There's people that, but my question, and I asked Scotty that one time too, but you automatically know his answer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was like, "Oh hell yeah."
Yeah.
What?
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You know, ghost sex.
looked
You know
it
what
up.
it's called?
Yeah, it's called spectrophilia.
No, spectrophilia. That's
I was
because you
so
looked at my
close, dude.
screen.
I was so close.
Yeah, it's because your eyes didn't focus. Spectrophilia is sexual attraction to ghosts or sexual arousal from images in mirrors.
Oh, I get that every once in a while.
Most people do, as well as the
like-
alleged phenomenon of sexual encounters between ghosts and humans. Yeah.
In mirrors, that's not
Spectrophilia.
ghost. That's somebody who's just really conceited and likes to dance in front of the mirror and do the hula hoop.
That's like every teenage person.
Oh, you got to be a teenager for that?
No, that's like every teenage person. They look in the mirror and then they hold that phone up. They'd be like, snap, snap. Turn around, show the ass, snap. I'm going to do that one day. Dude.
I'm doing a picture in the mirror.
Oh my God. Sit down.
God, Phillips.
What is with you tonight, man?
Oh, dude, you're the one who got me all pumped up for this. He goes, "Hey, you know what we're talking about tonight?" I go, "No, I actually don't." He goes, "We're talking about sex with ghosts."
Check this out. It says several films have dealt with the concept of ghost sex. Here's the big one. Ghostbusters.
Was there film? Was what?
Yeah, you remember the woman in the red dress? And
What about the movie Ghost? Was there a little bit of
yeah,
shit
the
going on in
entity is one movie. Star Trek: The Next Generation, the movie Ghost with Demi Moore.
Of course, Star Trek. I mean, I'm not shocked about
Dusk
that.
Maiden of Amnesia.
What? That's a movie?
I guess. And It Follows. Huh. These all dealt with ghost.
What's it called again?
Which one?
What have we eaten?
Dusk Maiden of Amnesia.
That don't sound like a movie you're going to find on Amazon.
It doesn't.
I'm just
does
saying.
It? I don't know. It came out in 2008.
Yeah, well, if it's anything like that one I just found, I ain't watching it.
Well, not here. Please don't do it here.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. There are people who suffer from this.
Suffer what? What are they suffering?
Apparently, they're not suffering from it. It's an enjoyable experience, I guess. Look. If you're married, dude, here's the thing. If you're married,
no, he's throwing that part out.
no,
Taking
check
all the
it
fun
out,
of
dude. If you're married and your spouse has better sex with a ghost than she does with you,
But there's blue pills for that. That's bad. That's real bad. In fact, I kind of got bothered just now just thinking about it because I visualized it.
I could see his wheels going. Oh, what the?
I wake up, I'm like, what the hell is that?
Not that time. No, that was all good.
I'm like, wait, hold on. Okay, go.
No.
That's a very good point. Now, that kind of took my wind out of the sail when you said it like that.
Yeah. You get
I'm still actually kind of visualizing a little bit. I'm like, son of a
because
bitch.
now you'll never know.
Lisa does sometimes more in her sleep.
What if you're bumping uglies with the ghost and your wife is getting the best of it?
What do you mean the best of it? Explain to me, please.
What if?
Wait, I'm having bumps with the ghost and she's getting the best of it?
Yeah, if I don't know, it's like sword fighting.
Oh, that's what?
Can you sword fight with a ghost?
If you're gay?
Well, no, I mean if you're tag teaming.
Son of a bitch, Phillips! And you're always yelling at the stuff I say?
God, the show has just gone completely in the trash.
Technically, you're kind of right because you don't see it. You just kind of feel like a little slap. You're like, oh, shit.
So that just turns into helicoptering then.
Dude, it just group hugs. Screw it. I mean, you've already breached. You've already breached bro code. You might as well just finish.
Around the room going, what's up?
Oh, my God. I'm so... Travis Thorpe's in the room. I know for a fact. I know for a fact that he ain't dreaming about it.
Oh, that's sad. All right.
Hey, all right. Love you guys, man. I love talking like this. It's Friday. It's Friday, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Freaky Friday.
And Maxon, I'm sorry, buddy.
Maxon, we love you, bro. Yeah. You know what? Maxon, we are men of science, and it's important for us to explore where no man has gone before.
That makes a lot of sense.
It didn't make no sense, but it felt really good coming out. So, folks, hey, I love you guys, man. I appreciate your guys' humor. Ron appreciates your humor. We love just being goofy sometimes. Sometimes you got to put the world away. You know what I'm saying? And just have some laughs. So, RomikaDesigns.com. I'm just saying, RomikaDesigns.com. Get on over to the website. Go to abnormalrealities.com. Romika Designs banner is right up on top. You can get the shirts. Get busy. Get on over there. Subscribe to our Spreaker page. Don't forget to do that. Ron Phillips, take us home.
Hey, guys. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes. And we're going to move on into a little bit of UFO with the Navy from back in 2004. This is phenomenal information if you haven't already seen it. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Right at the end, dude. That was brilliant. Sorry.
We're clear.
Okay, we're clear now. I forget. I get a little caught up.
Okay.
Oh, but so to answer your question, yes, I would. There. And I would. Yeah.
Oh, man. Everybody's like 9-year-olds having a conversation.
Amen.
Yeah.
Man.
It kind of turned into that. We'll try to bring it back on track a little bit here in this second segment.
That's dumb.
That's dumb.
I got more to say about this. We didn't even get into the incubus, succubus stuff.
No, we didn't.
That's actually a very okay. So really quick though, that when I went to that house, and I might have told you this already. The second I got out of that car, where she claimed that, and honest to God, now I'm not a psychologist, right? But I understand. I thought she was having repressed memories because what she was saying to me was real. Whatever was happening to her, it was real. The molestation from a ghost. That was what was happening. I get to her house. I get out of my vehicle. I didn't even, my back was to the house. I knew instantly something was in there. Instantly, I could feel it, and I knew right where it was
Really?
at. Yep, it was like just pissed. And then I was getting EVPs. It was calling me an asshole, saying, "Asshole, run." I mean, EVPs.
Oh, hell no.
Who's calling me now? Crawley High School. That's it, bro. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know what time it is, but it is Friday night at 7:30 at night. So I would really appreciate it if you wouldn't be so damn rude and call me when I'm sitting next to the sexiest man on the planet, Ron freaking Phillips. So call my wife. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
He really just did that. He answered that phone. It was the high school calling.
I'm going to get in trouble for that.
There we go.
I got my mojo rising, but I just don't know what to do, y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is Abnormal Realities.
Abnormal it is.
Abnormal it is. That first segment was crazy. My name is Ron Phillips. That is Rocci Stucci
Big Tony.
with Big Tony.
Big
Yeah.
freaking Tony.
Man, I'm going to tell you this. This first segment, we kind of wallered around.
I loved it, man.
Low to the
I had a
ground down
blast.
there.
You know what? My stomach hurts.
For those that are still with us,
What?
thank you for sticking with us.
Thank you for being as immature as we are.
As we are, yeah.
This is actually what we talk about when we're not on the radio, for the record. I'm just saying.
Unfortunately, he's correct.
What do you mean, unfortunately? You can't wait till I get here to talk about this stuff. Do you order your wallet?
I didn't, because you didn't send it to me until right before you got here.
True. I forgot, bro.
Guys, back in 2004, a couple of Navy pilots had a bizarre interaction with what we all know now as the Tic Tac UFO. But I don't know how many of you really know what was going on there or have seen videos with Commander David Fravor, who was one of the pilots. He was the commanding officer, one of the pilots that spotted this thing. He wasn't the one that took the video with his radar, and he describes that. But this thing had me all
I know.
dug in a while
I
ago
know.
when I started
You did the
watching
same
it.
thing with
I mean, I
Scott
saw
Walter.
the videos. Yeah. I saw the video, but I am so up into freaking wanting this to be real. I really am.
When Bezos went into space, did he go into space?
No,
But I didn't hear Degrassi or whatever his name is kind of come down on him.
I'm sure he probably did at some point.
Okay.
Or he already went. Well, I almost said he went down on what's his name, but
It did look like something to go down on.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Anyhow. Yeah. So,
Shit.
so Rocky sent me this. This was a story called "The Bizarre History of Underwater UFOs."
Yeah.
And the story, of course, starts out talking about Commander David Fravor, the eyewitness, was a former pilot. He was, let's see, he knew a guy or spoke to a gentleman who was another pilot who was at the Naval Station Roosevelt Roads on the island of Puerto Rico. Twice while recovering spent practice munitions out of the water, the pilot spotted a weird underwater object. He said he saw a dark mass underwater as he and his team retrieved a flying practice drone.
Yeah.
The pilot described the object as a big mass, kind of circular, and he wasn't certain it was a submarine. 79, and then elsewhere in the interviews, Commander Fravor reveals that a 79-year-old woman contacted him after his sighting went public. The woman explained that her father, a naval officer, was at one time based at the naval station in San Francisco in the 50s. When she was a child, her father showed her a telegram that stated UFOs had been sighted going in and out of the water at a now forgotten set of latitude and longitude coordinates. We get these all the time, and it's always in the same area.
So Kathy Palacci, I'm saying Palacci, I know it's wrong, but it's Palacci to me. It'll forever be Palacci, Kathy. But Kathy said underwater UFO equals North Korean submarine with screen doors. I like that.
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
Probably. So in this article, there is a link, and I put it in our description tonight. There is a link to the Joe Rogan Experience from October of 2019. And if you haven't had the opportunity to watch it, it's a 2-hour video, and it's his show, basically. where he interviews Commander David Fravor and a gentleman by the name of Jeremy Corbell. Do you know Jeremy?
No, we got to get him on the program.
We got to get both of those guys. And here in just a second, we're gonna watch about a 7-minute video that was put out by ABC News in April of this year, where they interview Commander Fravor and another gentleman. I don't remember his name, but he was in the government for a while. Big UFO guy.
It is Palachi. Dude, I was right.
Oh, fantastic. Good for you, dude. Because we didn't know that in the morning show either. But if you get a chance to click on that link and go watch the Joe Rogan Experience, episode 1361, please do, because this will have you, if you're a UFO person, this will lock you in for 2 hours straight.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Underwater UFOs. How deep do you think they go? Scott Livingston said he wonders how far UFOs actually go underwater.
Well, look, when you hear Commander Fravor talk about them in the Joe Rogan's video, he talks about, he's like, these things will come from outer space, or at least above 80,000 feet when they can pick them up. And they come through the atmosphere. They can go in the water. He said the gravitational capabilities of these things make them move through the water just as easy as they can move through the air and in space. He said this is something that we as human beings don't know how to do yet.
So they defy matter.
Basically, it's all has to do with gravitation, he said.
We don't even know what gravity really is, though.
We don't. We just know it exists. It's crazy. It's crazy. Let's take a couple of minutes and watch this video real quick. This is an interview done by NBC News, and I don't remember the interviewer's name, but let's watch for a second.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh.
These 3 videos, released by the Department of Defense, have changed the way many people see what we can't explain.
The moment you mention UFO, immediately what comes to mind are little green men, tinfoil hats. That's not at all what we're dealing with.
In 2004, off the coast of California, an F-18 Super Hornet training exercise was suddenly interrupted by a call over the radio that would come to define Commander David Fravor's career.
You know, there's certain things in your life where you just remember in vivid detail what happened. And that's one of them, because it's honestly the strangest, most obscure thing I've ever seen flying.
Fravor, the commanding officer of the Navy's Strike Fighter Squadron 41, and another F-18 scrambled to check out an unusual radar blip 80 miles off the coast.
So as we're looking around, the backseater in the other airplane comes up and says, "Hey, Skipper, do you see?" And before he says it, I'm like, "Dude, you see that?" As soon as we look down, we see the whitewater, and then we see this little white tic-tac. It's pointing north-south, and it's just going forward, back, left, right.
It's just bouncing around?
Yeah, like a ping pong ball.
What was its shape? What was its... what did it look like it was made out of?
Like a perfectly smooth white tic-tac. Or for people that need a bigger visualization, a giant propane tank.
Fravor says the F-18s began circling, Fravor at 20,000 feet, and the so-called tic-tac only about 50 feet above the surface of the water.
And I say, "Hey, I'm going to go check this thing out." And the other pilot stays and says, "Hey, I'm going to stay up high." And then it starts coming up at us. We call it 2-circle fight, but it's coming up, I'm coming down. So it literally is aware over there. There's no doubt, because it mirrored me. So here it is. I cut across, and I get to about half mile of it, so I'm about halfway across the circle. As it gets in front of me, it just goes poof, and it's gone. And it's gone like that fast.
What do you mean, poof, it's gone?
I mean exactly that. Like, it's 1 minute it's there, and the next second, it's like magic trick. So I asked the other airplane, I said, "Hey, do you guys see that?" And they're like, "It's gone. It just disappeared."
When you saw this kind of performance, what was the first thing that went through your mind?
What the hell was that?
Once back on the carrier, Fravor's team told the next crew what had happened, and that crew took off ready to capture something on camera. And this is what they saw. I guess the biggest question is, what do you think it is?
I honestly don't know. I don't think that we have developed that technology. I don't think we developed it on this planet. We still, to this day, have no idea what it was, what we saw, what we chased, what we engaged. But it was pretty spectacular.
A report from that incident eventually made its way to the Pentagon and crossed the desk of Luis Elizondo, the former director of the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program.
In essence, what that program was an investigatory body looking at what we call the UAP, Probably in the vernacular, it's better known as the UFO phenomenon. The bottom line here is that over the past several decades, we in the Department of Defense and the intelligence community have been noticing things in our airspace that don't have wings, they don't have cockpits, they don't have even an obvious sign of propulsion like an engine, and yet still they're able to defy the natural effects of Earth's gravity.
In 2020, the Pentagon declassified 3 videos, the Tic Tac video and 2 others filmed on the East Coast in January of 2015. Other countries have made similar public disclosures. Also in 2004, the Mexican Air Force confirmed this video was shot by one of their pilots near the coast of Baja California. In 2014, the helicopter from the Chilean Navy locked onto an unidentified object emitting what appeared to be some sort of gas or vapor. Both governments have said they investigated but couldn't determine what the objects were. To those like science writer Sarah Scholes, clipped black and white videos always leave a lot to the imagination.
To me, the most interesting thing about the videos is how little information is in them. All we have are these, 30 seconds or a minute of something totally decontextualized. And so everybody kind of gets to think whatever they want to think about them because we don't actually have enough information to form any kind of conclusion, which is UFO's favorite space to live in, the muddy, fuzzy space.
But will 2021 be the year all of that changes because of COVID-19?
Hidden among the many pages of the COVID-19 bill is this mandate to produce a report on unidentified aerial phenomena. What's different this time is that the military is kind of talking about them very explicitly in terms of threats. It's not like the Pentagon's deal to call things aliens, but that's kind of the angle they're coming from.
If there is a foreign adversary, let's say Russia or China or anybody else, who happens to have this technology and they've had it for decades, and we in the United States have somehow been strategically leapfrogged in our technology, we've got a big problem on our hands.
Officially, the clause attached to December's COVID-19 relief bill, added by the Senate Intelligence Committee, calls for the military and FBI to brief committee members on what they know about UAPs within 180 days of the bill's passing. The kind of top-level briefings Elizondo says he's given before.
The 3 options are, is it our technology? Is it foreign adversarial technology or someone else's technology? Or is it something completely different? We're 99% sure it's not foreign adversarial technology. So that only leaves really one other option. It's someone or something else.
Are these 3 videos the only videos that you know of that the United States government has that shows unidentified aerial phenomena?
No, absolutely not. These are probably some of the least compelling videos. In some cases, we've seen these things 50 feet away from the cockpit.
And when you're talking about something that is 50 feet away, I mean, what could they tell from being 50 feet away?
With all due respect, Gotti, I no longer work for the United States government in that capacity. So I want to be clear that I don't want to speak on behalf of the U.S. government. And I also want to give the government time to do what it needs to do regarding this data.
But in science, extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
If the UFO field wants to be taken more seriously by scientists, I think they will kind of have to move away from the types of evidence that have historically been held up as adequate, like individual sightings, because the scientists can't really do anything with the story. They need data.
Look, I'm not a UFO guy. My background, I'm a former counterintelligence special agent. I was asked to do a job, which I did. However, it was my understanding and the conclusions that I came to, and by the way, every other person in the program unanimously came to the realization that these things are indeed real. And it's getting increasingly harder to keep the cat in the bag.
Do you ever think that you're going to see something like that again in your lifetime?
I don't know. I look up a lot. I mean, I'm not lying. On a clear night, you just look up and wonder. And I'll wander for the rest of my life. I think everyone does.
Holy crap. That video was compelling to me, but not near as compelling as watching the Joe Rogan episode where Commander Fravor is his guest and Jeremy Corbell. Fravor goes into a whole lot more detail from the moment he takes off from the carrier through the sighting, explaining what's going on. And then he will take those videos, they pull them up, and he breaks down all of the stuff on the video screen so you can understand what's going on. And did you know that Fravor says in that video that these things were actively jamming the F-18's radar?
Oh, yeah. I mean...
And he says jamming radar is an act of war. Oh. He said they were actively jamming us. We could not tell how far away they were from us.
Okay, so pretty much if they have the technology to jam our radars and to just poof, be gone,
poof,
they're going to whoop our ass.
You remember what we talked about last night, though, or night before last, where these things just, they appear because they're moving into our realm.
So
they appear and they just disappear. So all of this stuff is clicking together now.
Where are they appearing from?
From their realm, which is this.
So they're able
ethereal
wormhole string. Is it
no,
like the string theory?
No,
thing?
they're in a different. They're in a different realm. They're
like a parallel,
kind of
type of thing.
Yeah, there is. Man, I can't remember what it was I read. I'll see if I can find it here in a little bit. But
I wish I could do that.
Just appear.
And
that'd be cool.
When I had to, like when I said something really bad and I was going to get yelled at, I'll be.
But
like,
I'm telling you,
gone.
Is this what we see when we see spirits?
So
is this?
Oh, see, now you just open up a door right there, bro.
No,
I'm
just
think
asking.
that all the time. I really do. And you know, and again, Ron, when we talk about these things, us as a human being, I always say it, we believe we are so advanced that, believe the science stuff, right? We don't have a clue, man. We don't have a clue. If you have spacecrafts out there that can appear and disappear in midair from one parallel to another into a completely different world or space, because I don't think it just went cloak. I think it went into I'm using a wormhole. I don't know if wormhole is the right term to use, but it went from one existence into a whole completely different world. Can it still see us?
I mean, that's a good question. I have no idea.
That is deep.
But I assume they know where they're appearing when they do appear, right?
So when you have evidence like this, credible people right there, right?
Look, Commander Fravor is as credible as it gets. And Joe Rogan actually says that at the beginning of the deal. When he's talking to him, he's like, look, I've had some quacks in here. He said, but the reason I wanted you here is because you're a higher level military commander. He's like, if there's anybody I can trust to give me the scoop, it's people like yourself. And when it comes right down to it, yes, we want to have Commander Fravor. If any of you know him, tell him to get in contact with us. We want to have Lou Elizondo because this guy has done a lot of UFO stuff. And then, of course, I didn't catch it the first time, but Sarah Scholes, she's the one that wrote the book. They're already here.
That's my thing, though, is that, everybody puts this as a tinfoil hat conspiracy thing, right? When
you put people like him in front of you,
I'm telling you,
you got to take the tinfoil hat off and you got to go, okay, wait a minute. This guy has everything to lose. A 30+ year career in the military, command, in control of squadrons and stuff. I mean, this guy has everything to lose.
I'm going to say this.
But there are corroborated stories. I mean, obviously from 2004 to 2020.
This goes back
16 years.
Decades.
That thing was behind the scenes and they released
centuries. This goes back centuries. But we have people even within our circle that look at us like, there they go talking about the UFO stuff again.
I don't disagree.
And they don't
I don't
really
disagree.
believe it. I mean, how could people have such a staunch opinion about this topic when they've never even explored the reality from credible people, from ex-military, from people that were in NASA that are coming forward and saying, yes, it was real. A spacecraft literally disappeared. It went in the ocean, didn't create a splash, but yet they refused to even believe it, even when it's right in front of their face. I don't and will never understand
It's because
that.
they can't explain it, and that's why. People will refuse to believe what they can't explain.
What are they afraid of?
I don't know what they're afraid of. I don't know, but they can't, if you can't explain it, if your mind can't wrap itself around this, then you go, I must have been seeing something. I must have been hallucinating.
Do you think people will think that
But
God
this guy-
isn't real if they find out aliens exist? Do you think it's a religious thing?
I believe the church thinks it is.
Well, okay, but the church says in the book that they wrote that God created the universe and all things in it.
Do we have a new definition of God at that point? Right?
Right.
I mean, Scott Wolter says that the reason that the disclosure from the government that was supposed to have happened in June and then July didn't have what it was supposed to have in it.
We knew that, though.
We did know it.
Dude, we had intel
We
on
had
that. You give me
intel
some
on it.
that,
That's
brother.
correct. We did. We had
freaking
intel
on that.
We
know
knew
people.
they weren't going to release that information, but you know why? Because the church blocked it.
What gives the church that authority?
They have too much power right now.
They don't want to lose that money.
They don't want to lose the money.
money.
But there is a segment in the Joe Rogan video where Commander Fravor makes a statement that then Jeremy Corbell comes up and he says, by the way, what he's telling you right now has never been released to the public. And that is that not only were they tracking the one, but they were tracking a fleet of them at the same time.
You saw that video of the Mexican military. I
Yeah.
didn't even know they flew jets.
Yeah, of course they do.
I didn't know that.
We probably supplied them.
We probably did.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, I remember when that video came out and they were chasing them. They were counting them. But there again, we have a large majority of citizens in our society that is waiting for the government to either tell us if it's real or it's not. When
Dude,
it's
we
right
can't
in
even
front
trust the
of
government to tell us things in the world right now.
What?
We can't. But do you think they're ever going to come out and say, look, we've known they've been here, we've talked to them, they've aided us over the last 60, 70 years, maybe longer. They walk amongst us, they communicate via telepathy to certain people, they've stopped some nuclear wars. I mean, these are all things that Scott Wolter has told us, right? Do you believe that they are here now?
I do.
I do too.
I believe we are them.
You think so?
Part of my seeding theory. I believe we are them. Honest to God, I do.
So why do we not have the technology that they possess?
I think maybe we're just a time study. Let's see how
You
quick.
think so?
Let's see
Okay.
how quick we can evolve. Let's see how quick, as a population, we can either hate each other or we can
And
figure
completely
out a way.
obliterate ourselves.
Dude, could you imagine that if we were actually united as a human race globally?
Yeah.
No politics, no religion. Do you realize how much more advanced we would be right now? But we're too busy playing victim on everything else.
That's probably an accurate statement because I don't ever see in at least my lifetime or in the next 20 lifetimes after me that we will be the Star Trek generation, the one world government.
Is Star Trek a one world?
Of course it is. You didn't know that?
Oh, thank God. That's why I don't like Star Trek.
Yeah, they've obliterated hate, racism, all that mess.
And as it should be.
As it should be.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Maybe I will watch an
I'm
episode.
not a super fan of the whole one world thing, but then again, maybe that's what we're supposed to be working toward. I have no idea. I'm just throwing that out there.
Maybe that's the way it was always supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And what Brad and I talked about on the morning show, Brad Staggs and I do a morning show for a radio station here. One of the ones that we're on, actually. We talked this morning and I told him, I said, what if this whole COVID and the vaccine and everything like that is to prepare us for the eventuality of face-to-face discussions with these Pleiadians or aliens, or you know what I'm saying?
You threw Pleiadian out?
Yeah, he did too this morning, so that's
He's stuck on the Pleiadians.
He did.
Because to my understanding, I'm not an expert when it comes to alien species, but I think they are the closest ones to human form, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That actually, when you really think about it, because if you got a species from another planet, I think that's one of the concerns, like for Mars. We need soil samples. We need samples to see what kind of things, organisms or whatever.
Once existed there or could exist.
And could harm us if we wanted to conquer that planet. You know what I'm saying? So you get a species like, come down to this planet. You do it once.
I'm not doing that.
Try, dude.
I can't do that. I tried to do it by myself up here one day.
Are you serious?
I
You were
looked
sitting
like
by
a dumbass.
yourself talking alien?
I did. I said, I was making the promo video, the promo from the.
Just give me a little something.
No.
That wasn't bad. I actually, yes, I will. Yes, I will. I understood him. It was weird. What?
That pizza never came, by the way.
It never came. We got it for free. No, seriously. So we do get a species that comes to this planet, even though I believe it's somewhere in our DNA. We are interconnected. But they will bring, or we could harm them with what we have on this planet. Do you think they get the thing? I don't want to say it.
I have no idea. I don't know. There's so many unknowns, but I believe with videos like that we just watched, like the communication or the visitation, if you will, that Commander Fravor and others have had over the years, I think we're getting closer to that. You know, Lou Elizondo says that, of course, these aren't the only videos that are out there. These are the least compelling videos.
Dude, we both looked at each other when he said that.
These are the least compelling videos. He said, we've got videos where they're 50 feet away from us, and we're looking at them. Seriously? If you've got that kind of stuff, tell us about it. Let us do something. Let us wonder. I mean, I guess they're keeping us in wonder.
The big question will always remain until the truth does come out is why hold it back from our knowledge?
That's a good question. I just thought of something else they talked about in that Joe Rogan. Yeah. They said that these things travel belly forward because of some hyperdrive or gravitational drive. So they're saucer shaped, the other ones that they've seen, and they flip up on their side and move because they can move faster belly forward. And that that completely blows my mind because scientifically you would think they were more aerodynamic flat.
When we did those videos the other day, and it showed that they said that it was the shape of the V, but the V was going.
Yeah.
There again, our understanding of aerodynamics is that everything has to be perfectly, have the wind cut around it, right?
In this video, he also talks about the fact that when he looked down from his plane, he was at about 18,000 feet. This thing was at about 2,000 feet over the water, and it was causing a disturbance in the water because it was jumping around in kind of a cross. And he said it was bouncing around like a ping pong ball in a glass. That's how fast it was moving. He said there is no human being that can handle that type of movement.
No way. I can't even go on a roller coaster.
He said the Tic Tac itself was about the size of a city bus, about 40 feet long. He said.
So maybe one or two species in there?
I don't know. I mean, look, dude, all of this stuff intrigues me.
If a ship landed in California, because I'm going to assume that's probably where it would go. I'm just saying. Would you drive there to go see it?
Yes.
Would you? Really?
In a heartbeat.
I know you'd probably.
In a heart. Audrey would be with me.
Audrey already knows
you
how
would
to
be
speak.
with me.
I probably would.
You would be.
I probably would.
Hell yeah, I would, dude. I'd be like Close Encounters of the Third Kind building mountains in the house.
I'll be doing a live stream. I'll do live stream.
You know how many people would be live streaming it? Oh, good Lord.
It would stop the planet.
It would absolutely stop
the planet. And then all of a sudden I wouldn't want to pay taxes anymore. I'll be like, I'm done.
And that right there, folks, is why they won't tell us about aliens visiting this planet.
That could be really.
No, that's absolutely it.
Ron Phillips, guess what?
What?
This is our 4th official week.
The end of the 4th official week. Thank you guys. Thank you all for hanging with us. Please share the shows. We want to get out there. We want to continue to grow. The numbers have just been through the roof, and thank you for that. We couldn't do it without you. So,
iHeart, Spreaker.
Yeah,
you can listen live on Spreaker. So if you're driving, just put it on Spreaker or look for Mojo 50 Radio on iHeart Radio. Matt, we appreciate it. Make sure you follow the Spreaker page as well. Go to the website, abnormalrealities.com. Sign up for our newsletter. I love you guys. Have a blessed weekend. Brother Phillips, take us home.
Take us home. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Abnormal Realities. I'm Ron Phillips. That's Rocci Stucci. Please please take a look at our sponsor, romikadesigns.com. Go out there, see if there's something that maybe you can buy as a gift for one of your family members or friends. We appreciate you. We honestly do. Abnormalrealities.com. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you Monday night. Have a good weekend.
This is the seditious.
All right.
You know, brother, I got to say really quick before we let everybody go, I really need it tonight.
Yeah, it was fun.
I needed
it was
just
raunchy,
to-
but it was fun.
I don't even care, dude.
I know, dude.
Hey, you remember back in the days when comedy used to be funny? It was funny because
It was funny.
raunchy.
Comedy was funny because you just let loose. You didn't give a damn about anything else but laughing. And that's what we need to go back to.
We
I
absolutely
sincerely
do.
believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, we love you guys. You have a awesome weekend. We appreciate you guys. I think everything you guys have done for this program, the support, the love, the Twitter responses are freaking hilarious tonight. I was trying to watch a video at the same time I was reading the Twitter stuff. Hilarious. But I love all you guys. Brother Phillips loves you. I love Misty, and I love Bonnie, and I love Katie, and I even love the damn dogs. I'm just saying, I love everybody right now. Until tomorrow, I don't love
breathes
anybody.
love with everybody. Hey, have a good weekend, guys.
Love you guys.
See ya.